universal credit rollout delayed. Soho streets evacuated over World War II bomb. Coronavirus will be here for some months.
The cost of the annual television licence fee will increase by £3 from £154.50 to £157.50. From 1st of April 2016, the government said that the fee would rise in line with inflation every year for 5 years from 1st of April 2017. The latest increase comes amid debate around the future of the licence fee, after Prime Minister Boris Johnson said in December that it needs looking at. The government said last year it would consider whether the failure to pay the fee should cease to be a criminal offence. And it comes a week after Match of the Day host Gary Lineker, the BBC's highest paid presenter, called for the fee to be made voluntary. Charity Director at Age UK said a £3 a year increase to the TV licence fee may not sound much, but we will be yet another blow to the hundreds of thousands of over 75 who will struggle to afford a TV licence from June. The new fee works out at £3.02 per week, or £13.13 per month, and pays for BBC services, including 9 national TV channels, 10 national radio stations, plus local radio and websites, as well as the BBC Sounds app and BBC iPlayer. Outgoing BBC Director General Tony Hall said last month that the fee licence guarantees commitment to creativity and risk taking. A licence is required if you watch or record programmes as they're being shown on TV, or download or watching BBC programmes on iPlayer. The government and BBC are to negotiate over what will happen to the level of the licence fee after 2022, after the end of the current agreement, and to raise the amount in line with inflation every year.
Full rollout of universal credit, the government's flagship welfare reform, is being delayed again, adding $500 million to its overall cost. The BBC has learned. Officials say not enough people are moving to the benefit as they are scared to move the universal credit. The system was meant to be fully live by April 2017, but the new delay will push it back to September 2024. The backroom discussions leading to the latest delay were recorded by a BBC team. The new benefit, which places 6 existing payments, has had problems, with claimants having to wait at least 5 weeks for the payments to start, and many reports of people falling into debt and having to resort to food banks as a consequence. On top of that, advance payments of the benefit introduced to help people through the 5 weeks with no money coming in have been blamed for putting claimants into debt. That's because once the benefit finally comes through, payments are reduced to pay off the advance. The government says universal credit was always intended to be introduced slowly. It is the biggest change to the welfare system in a generation, bringing together 6 overlapping benefits into one monthly payment and offering support to some of the most vulnerable people in society.
Several streets in London's central Soho district were evacuated after an exploded World War II bomb was found. Police were called to Dean Street at about 1:50 p.m. after the bomb was discovered during building work. Soho Hotel, the Soho Theatre and the Groucho Club were all evacuated. A police cordon was put in place between Oxford Street, Charing Cross Road and Shaftesbury Avenue. So shortly after 5:30 p.m, Thematically, he said the cordon would be scaled back to just Dean Street. Musicals including Mary Poppins at Prince Edward Theatre and Les Miserables are all going ahead as planned.
The new coronavirus will be with us for at least some months to come, Health Secretary Matt Hancock has said. He told the House of Commons that the number of new cases worldwide was doubling every 5 days, and dealing with it was a marathon, not a sprint. A second evacuation flight for British nationals arrived back in the UK on Sunday. From Wuhan in China, one of the 11 passengers was taken to hospital for tests after feeling unwell, but later said he felt fine. Anthony Mason-Smith told Sky News he was put into isolation because of a cough and sore throat and was waiting for test results to come back on Tuesday. Mr. May-Smith is being looked after in Oxford, while the other 10 passengers were taken to Abercarn Hospital, joining 83 other people evacuated last week. The group landed at Rathbrise Norton on Sunday evening after returning from Wuhan, the centre of the outbreak. The first group arrived in the UK on Friday and was spending 2 weeks in quarantine in 2 apartment blocks, normally used to house nurses. The virus can cause severe respiratory infection, and symptoms seem to start with a fever followed by a dry cough. A British man living in Wuhan was told how he recovered from the virus and plans to stay in a Chinese city. The British Embassy in Beijing tweeted on Monday that it was working hard to get seats for British nationals on a number of new flights this week out of Hubei province, where the virus originated. It comes as the UK government has donated £20 million towards a plan to produce a vaccine to combat the virus. The money will go to a global body aiming to fast-track a vaccine within 6 to 8 months. Last week, the risk level to the UK was raised by low to moderate as the World Health Organization declared an international public health emergency.
And that was the latest news, Tuesday, 4th of February of 2020. Remember to follow us on Twitter at Abercarn Studios for the latest news updates.